Hi, welcome to Abby Pilates. All you need today for class are socks, normal socks, not sticky socks, and 3 to 5 pound dumbbells. Okay, let's get started, you guys. We are going to sweat and work hard today. We are going to start by getting that lower body nice and warm today, starting at the top of your mat. Legs wide on your mat and hands at heart center. Press those hands together to get the shoulders wide, knees pulling back, and lift. Chest staying nice and tall. We're finding space in our hips. Open and reach. Open the knees back. Reach the femurs away from the pelvis. Lift. Check your shoulders. Now's time while you're warming up to really check your alignment. Ribs start to close. Inhale, exhale up through that work for 4, 3, 2, pinky toes nice and heavy, hold and pulse, little pulses. My toes are off my mat, my heels are on my mat. So this also puts a lot of body weight in my heels because if it was in my toes, my toes would slide away. Start to wake up through the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, reach the arms forward. We're gonna open and close, lifting all the way up. We go out and up. And lateral reach, squeezing the shoulder blades behind the back, and then through that eye as we lift up, shoulders slide down your back. Can you sink any lower in those legs for 4, 3, last 2. We're going to hold the arms up. Holding those arms up, get as low as you can. ISO hold for 6, 5, shoulders pulling down, ribs pulling flatter, belly in for 2 and 1. All toes go forward, hands go behind the head, flat back, open up through the hamstrings. Exhale, lifting up nice and tall. You send your tail away from your head, leaning back towards your heels. Arches lifted, shoulders down. 6, reach nice and tall. 5, no rounding through the shoulders, no elbows forward. Really reach your sternum, then squeeze. For 2, making sure to stay in a healthy range for your body. You want to have perfect form. Last 1, toes go back out wide, hands come to heart center. We're going to wake up that inner thigh a little bit, just like we were doing earlier through those pulses, except now we're on releve. And in the socks, you really have to squeeze those heels together or you slide away. Lifting those heels up, let's go for 20. Breathing. Lifting the chest. Can you find more space? Maybe pulling the knees back a little farther. Maybe lifting the ankles open a little more. Fighting through those imbalances. It's okay to have them. That just means we're working hard, getting stronger. 4, 3, 2, 1. Growing up nice and tall. We're going to take those feet together on the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out to your plank. Now, while you're here, it's a little bit more of a leg focus than an upper body focus. We're going to tap the knees down, squeeze the quads. Inhale and exhale. Sliding your shoulders down your back. Squeezing through the inner thigh and not just the quad, but finding length through the leg as we pull the quad away from the kneecap. Squeezing through our thighs. 6, 5, ribs pull together. Don't let belly and ribs hang out. 3, 2, and 1. Walk those hands back towards your feet. Feet go hip width apart. Push off those fingertips right to your squat. We lift up, tail goes back. Lift up, tail goes back. So try to not finish here, but really open up the hips, open up the shoulders, get that perfect line before you head back down. Really warming up and reaching every inch of our body before we pick up those weights here soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way up, lift, hold it down, fingertips toward the floor, little pulses as low as you can get. Maybe feeling a stretch through your hips, maybe your calves and Achilles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift. Hold those elbows, squeezing the head nice and tight. Lower and lift through the heels. Lift, pulling the heels toward one another. Squeezing through that inner thigh. We're going to add a little shoulder squeeze. You squeeze your head and you squeeze those heels together. Maybe find some more extension through the shoulder. Try not to be in front of that face. 5, 4, 3, biceps right to the ears. 2, hold that lift. Come down to your squat. Get as low as you can go. Pull the core in tight and hover. We're just hovering. We're going to reach the hands forward. If this balance is too much for you, you go switch. Okay, we're going to lift the arms up and down. Up and down. 8 more. 7, elbows come down, shoulders come down. 5, fight through that ankle wobble. Don't stand up, get lower when you want to get higher. 2, and 1. Standing up nice and tall. Right back up to your plank. We're going to walk out there. Weights are nice and close to us now. Shoulders head down. Right knee and hip dip. I'm taking a slight twist. Exhale back to center. Left side. Inhale down. Exhale, pull the navel to the spine. Straighten out your body. Get perfect alignment, then you fall out of it. Perfect alignment, then you fall out of it. Head in line with your spine. Rocking through those feet. 4, 3, maybe squeezing those glutes nice and tight at the top. 2, and 1. Left foot comes forward. Hands right to your weights. From here, I want you in a big lunge. We're going to be tempted to shrivel up nice and small, especially since we have weights in our hands. We're not doing that today. Hips stay square. Pull the elbows toward each other in the back. Inhale down. Chest reaching for your knee without doming over. So we're not here and pulling. We have that perfect Pilates posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to step in, out, tap the knee down, lift. Step it in, out, tap the knee down, squeeze the right quad. Reach, tap, squeeze, bring it in. Notice how I am hinged. My sternum constantly reaching toward that front leg to make sure I'm in the left hamstring, left glute, belly pulling in. Going at your own pace. 3, 2, last one. Lowering the right knee down to the ground, taking the elbows wide. My toes are flipped under, ready to stand up. We exhale to push up, lower down, elbows kiss, we reach. Kiss, reach. So we goalpost those arms nice and wide, shoulders drop. Get those weights all the way up to the ceiling. About 6 more. Moving through, pushing through both feet equally to get our bodies up off that floor. 3, 2, shoulders down, palms pressing up. We go into a heel down split stance, weight sliding down that front leg. Exhale, lift up nice and square. Inhale, send the booty away. Stretch and reach through that front hamstring before standing. The left leg lengthening and pushing into the ground to stand you up. Don't use your right leg. That one's straight, locked out, stable. Your left muscles lengthening and contracting to get you where you want to go. Double check your shoulders. Double check if your back is flat, if your head is in alignment. 3. This is 2. And lift. Last one. And lift. We're going to bring those weights to our chest. Hop in so that we have our right foot prop, elbows into our sides. We kick back, reach the back leg, right back in. Head to heel, reaching long. Option here to just step back if that is too much. Otherwise, we fly that back leg, ribs pulling together, fingertips reaching towards your heels. Head to heel, extending and stretching. 5. Belly's in, spine not moving. 2. Squeeze those scapula behind your back. Last one. Okay, weights come to your chest as your right leg reaches behind your left leg and off your mat. You slide the right leg on the floor, push through the left heel to come up. Inhaling down, sliding the right leg away. Exhaling up. So through that slide, we're keeping pressure in both legs. Using the right hip, the front side of the right hip, and the left glute and hamstring to lift our bodies up off that floor. 5 more. Send your tail slightly away. We don't want to be leaning too far back. 3, and grow. 2, and grow. Last one, all the way down. Pulse it out. Right into that left heel, tapping, tapping. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up to stand. Weights go overhead. Right leg reaches, then bends. Left leg lengthening. 6 more. Weights pressing toward the ceiling. Both legs reaching into our biggest extension of the knee for 4. 3, heel slightly lifting. 2, dropping that pinky toe down. Hold those legs. Bring your elbows down to the side. Right back up. Inhale down, using all of our left foot strength. 8, elbows wide. Same plane as your body. 6, click those weights up top. 5, can you lift your right leg any higher? You've got this. This is really where the work starts to get tough and the mental strength comes in handy. 2, don't give up on yourself. You've got this. Last one. Coming all the way down to the mat with your weights right beside you. Let's leave those weights alone for a second, shall we? Shoulders down. Reach the left leg long, squaring up our hips, flexing the back foot. Just pulsing. A little lift, a little lift. So the left knee reaching toward the ceiling. If you think about your heel lifting, you're going to have a soft knee. Think about that knee lifting, quad squeezing tight. Your spine's not moving. We aren't collapsing to move the leg. 10. About 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Left knee bends in. Let's reach the arms overhead, child's pose. Big inhale. Exhale, take it a little bit deeper. Fingertip to tail, stretching nice and long. Last breath here. Okay, coming back to all fours. The weight is going to go behind the left knee. Oh, we are on that left side for a little bit longer, so hang in there. Squeeze the left weight in the back of the kneecap by flexing your left foot and holding it in nice and tight. Find that little groove. Up, pulse, pulse, lower. We're lifting laterally without dumping our body weight onto the right leg. Up, pulse, pulse, lower. Up, pulse, pulse, lower. Right knee digging into the floor to help us to open up those hips even more. Head to tail reaching long. Don't curve the lower part of your spine. 3. Just 2 more. Push into that left hand to help you. Last one. Up, pulse, pulse, lower. Right heel goes up to the sky. So we're going to try to square the hips up, open the hips, hold that knee as high as you can. Squeeze that weight as tight as you can. We cross over. We lift right back to that same position. We squeeze our weight. Cross by sticking the tail out. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lift. Squeeze your weight. Cross. I'm smiling because I am shaking. And squeeze. Just those neurons firing. And there's not much left to give, right? Heel lifts. Squeeze that weight with all your might. Inner thighs tugging together. Create space here. Hamstring contracts. Bring the knee in. Squeeze. All 10 fingers pressing into the floor to alleviate some tension through your wrists. Let's go for 2. And lower. Last one. Squeeze. And your weight comes out from behind your knee. You're going to grab your other weight on the way up. We are going to take our left foot to the edge of the mat, and then we're taking the right foot right in front of the mat, getting ready for it to slide. Weights are at your chest. Pull the shoulders back and down, heels together, toes apart, your Pilates V. We're going to inhale down. Woo! Lift your chest, tuck that tail, squeeze through the heels to stand up. You'll notice my toes are lifted. Inhale down. For me, I can ensure I'm working that inner thigh a little bit harder if I pull my toes off the floor. Do what's best for you though. Keeping the toes down still works great. Check that posture. Squeezing the heels, pinky toes down. So make sure you're rotating your hips externally, pulling the knees wide as you pull the heels together. 4 more. 4. Inhale down. 3. Grow, grow, grow on the way up. Last one. Let's take those weights toward our ankles, squaring up the hips. We're going to reach from wrist to heel nice and long. Stand all the way back up. Squaring up those hips. Inhale down. Lift the weights up and away. Slow lower those arms on the way up. Don't let your low belly rest on your thigh at the bottom. Pull your belly off your leg. Press into that left heel to stand up nice and tall for 4. And lift with good posture. Reach the shoulder blades down your back. Shoulders come down. 2. Last one. Inhale. Stand up all the way. We're sliding that leg back. Okay, from head to heel reaching long. Just a little pulse here. Press, press. My right foot is sliding like, 2 inches. And it is freaking terrible. But we've got this. Burn out that left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up all the way. We're going to get rid of these weights for a little bit of core. Come back and hit up the other side. Okay, we're bringing those weights down to our mats. We're going to lie on our backs, which we could definitely use right now. We're going to take our right foot to the floor. That left foot, the same leg we've been working, we're going to get some external rotation through the left leg. I'm in an attitude if you were a dancer. I have my knee out and my heel over my pubic bone. We're going to reach the weights up to the sky. I'm tucking my tail under, getting my lower back on the ground. We are going to bend the elbows behind us, keeping the whole back on the ground, tucking that tail. Exhale, scoop, lift the shoulder blades off the floor on the way up. Inhale down. Exhale, press. We bend, we reach, we push those weights into the ceiling without taking those shoulders to our ears. So the way that we're coming up is by contracting our abdominals, pulling our ribs flat and down toward the mat. Press, exhale up, inhale all the way down, exhale to lift and scoop. 4 more. For 3, press and lift. Still making sure that left leg is in a nice attitude. For 2, this is last one, we're going to stay up. Exhale, press the palm of your hand into the ceiling. Lower and lift that leg, scooping up through the lower quadrant of your abdominals, not just that inner thigh. Pulling pubic bone towards your nose. For 4, for 3, for 2, and hold at the top. Little pulses together. Squeeze and squeeze. 3 inches out, 3 inches back in. Keep pulling your knees wide. 6, 5, 4. Belly button down. For 2 and 1. Legs come to tabletop. Still tucking your tail under, keeping your lower back on the ground. We're going to reach those legs away. Take the body to a chest press, pull back in. Exhale out. Inhale the elbows down. Exhale, press the hands up before we pull back in. You can really control this for yourself by lowering or lifting the legs, depending on where you need to go to keep your lower back on the floor. You lift the legs up. If it's too hard, lower them if it's not enough. The weights are light. The chest press should not be terribly hard. It's more of a distraction and a way for us to engage the rib cage, the upper abdominals as we exhale. Lower back down, elbows bend, press up, shoulders down. Before returning, last 2, we reach, inhale, exhale those ribs together, then pull in, last 1. Grow. Pull back in. Left foot comes down to the floor. Right leg goes to attitude. We're going to lower the arms straight back this time, keeping the low back down. Lat pull down before we lift up to the ceiling. Inhale back all the way. Exhale, use your rib cage to slide the shoulders down your back before you lift to the ceiling. We exhale through the contraction and a long inhale into that reach. Legs staying still, fixated into that external rotation. You can keep moving, but you can actually pull that quad externally rotated even deeper as you move, just to take it into more of a full body movement, because why not? We're here, we're working out. We might as well work. Exhale up as many muscles as possible. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Slide the shoulders down the back. Press the weights to the ceiling. How high can you lift those shoulder blades off of the floor? For 2, take your last 1. Inhale, exhale, lift and hold. We lower the leg, Exhale to lift the leg using the lower quadrant of the right core, trying to not use the hip flexor too much. We can get into that inner thigh a little bit as we focus on the core. Inhale down. You can use those upper abs too, right? They're heavy as the weights push into our shoulders, and we're trying to keep those shoulder blades off the floor. 6. Connection between the left rib cage and the right hip for 4. Lower back staying down. 3, 2, and last one. We hold at the top, squeeze in and in, squeeze and squeeze, still wrapping the right leg back as we externally rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those weights to the mat. Take a big inhale. Reach length into your body. Exhale. Hands come to the sides of your body to pull in to hug your knees. Big inhale. Okay, from here, we are rolling up, putting those weights to the side, and we are going to go to an elbow plank. Hey, baby. Once you're on your elbow plank, you're going to reach those legs nice and long behind you, and we're going to go left arm up, back to center, right arm up. If that's not comfortable for your forearms, you can always pass through an equal sign. I actually like that rotation through my shoulders, through the back, and it works some extra stability for me. So I am going to stay with my forearms forward, but you take what feels best for your body. We've got about 5, 4, my honey, 3, 2, this is last one. Hold the top arm up, little pulses. Squeeze and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top foot comes down in front. Bottom leg is going to lift up. 10, 9, squeezing through the inner thigh. 8, 7. It's a little movement. It's kind of awkward. It gets a little hip stretch. 4, 3, 2, lift up through that inner thigh. Last one. We come right to the other side. Lifting that top arm, little pulses up and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold ribbon hip squeezing together. Top foot comes forward. Open up the body. Heel lifts and squeezes in. Ooh, one side clearly might be a little bit harder. Less range than the other one. 5, 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Restack those feet. Come back to center. We are going right back to the other side. Lifting the top arm, holding. Lift the top leg. If you would like to put your top arm on the floor, it can be used as an assistance for a little extra help. For 6, flex that top foot. We're getting right into the glute. 5, don't go into your hip flexor. For 3, for 2, and hold. Little pulses here. 9, 8, push that elbow and your foot into the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right to the other side. Top leg lifts. Open, close. Shoulders out of your ears. Of course, you can be on your knee, okay? If you're like, how in the world? You grow and you get there. You keep working hard and you're going to get there. 5. Lower. Lift those hips. 4. Exhale up. 3, 2. We're going to hold it. Hold and pulse. Up and up. 9, 8, 7. Lift that top leg. Don't you give up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come to your push-up plank. Step those feet in. Grab your weights. We come up to a stand. We're going to hit the other side. I'm going to turn around. Okay, right leg is in front. Left heel is propped. We're going to reach that left leg back. Squeeze the scapula behind us as we reach our fingertips toward our heels. Inhale down. Keeping square hips so that we're heavy through the right leg. Head to heel is reaching long. You have a little bit of a lean here onto that right leg. So your chest is reaching forward, right glute strong, right knee over middle to pinky toe. 6 and 5. Fight through that imbalance. 4. Exhale to lift and hold. 3 more. For 2. And last 1. Now that that front leg is nice and tired, we drop down, we lift up, we pull in, we reach out, down, up, in, out. You use the left quad to squeeze and stand, then your right leg stabilizes even more. Lower, lift, in, out. About halfway there. Reach every inch of your body long. Stay hinged forward into that right glute. Keep pulling your right knee out. Don't let it cave into your body. 2. Last one. You've got this. Reach, lower, press, pull it in. Okay, stand up nice and tall. Reach the left leg back. You have flat feet. Slide the weights down toward your shin. Coming up by squeezing the right hamstring. Hinge down. Belly pulling off the front leg. Reaching the weights as far as you can go without doming or rounding forward. Tail lifting in the back. Right hamstring lengthening. And then as we talked about before, doing all the work to stand you back up. 5 more. Reach. 4. And lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Rib cage pulling together through that exhale. For 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Reach nice and tall. Now we prop the left heel. Bend the elbows. We're going to lower down. Open the collarbone really wide. Feel a stretch through that front side of your body. Close and press up. Inhale down. That inhale down, just make sure that you get all the way onto the floor. We want to be 80 years old, still able to get up and down off the floor like this. So we're going to practice it starting when we're young. Lift and squeeze. Inhale down. Open, close, and lift. 5 more for 5. Chest is lifting straight up. Open, close, and press. Navel into your spine. Open, close, and press. Reach those wrists back. Squeeze the collarbone wider and wider. You really squeeze the scapula behind you. This is so good for your posture. Let's go last one. Reach, close, and lift. Stand up nice and tall. Reach the left leg back. You have flat feet. Slide the weights down toward your shin. Coming up by squeezing the right hamstring. Hinge down. Belly pulling off the front leg. Reaching the weights as far as you can go without doming or rounding forward. Tail lifting in the back. Right hamstring lengthening. And then as we talked about before, doing all the work to stand you back up. 5 more. Reach. 4. And lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Rib cage pulling together through that exhale. For 2. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Reach nice and tall. Bringing the weights down toward our right toes. Hinging at our hip, taking a slight bend in the right knee. We reach the left leg back, squeeze our scapula behind us, inhale down. Exhale, lift and reach from head to heel. Inhale, lower. Hold in the back. Don't move quick. 7. We have to work long to endure, to strengthen up that posture. 5 more. Reach. And in. Shoulders pulling down towards your hips. 3. Can you squeeze those weights 1 inch higher? 2. This is last one, up and away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And we stand up tall, weights to our chest. Left leg wraps behind to the floor. Inhale down to tap the knee. Exhale up, squeeze it all back in. I actually need to take a little step back to the side. Inhale down. Exhale your belly in and up. A slight lean forward on the way down. Lifting the chest on the way up. Pulling that right knee out. 6 more. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the side bodies nice and long. 5. And 4. Squeeze the right glute. Slide that left leg back. Get some range. For 2. And lift. Last one. Good work, you guys. Okay, we're going to lift straight up to the ceiling, palms pressing upward. Exhale the leg away. Inhale it back in, ribs pulling together. We're thinking about growth from our feet to our hands. We have 6 more. Lift and reach. Inhale down, ribs closed, side bodies long for 5. Exhale, 4. Last 3, shoulders locked down, knee lifting higher for 2. And last 1, hold it up there. Can you reach anything any longer? Good work, you guys. Okay, head it down to the floor. Weights right by your hands. We're gonna take the right leg back, flex the right foot, square up those hips, pulse that back leg up and up. Just a little squeeze. Remember, we're squeezing from the back of the knee to the ceiling, right into our hamstring. If your knee is soft, it's easy to start pulsing your whole body. We don't want that. We're in your hamstring. 6 and 5. 4. Can you drive that heel up any more without moving your spine? For 2. And last 1. That was like a real true Pilates instructor count where I just turned 40 into 1 into 40. Okay, all right, shoulders down, weight behind that right knee, and let's lift the right knee wide without dumping onto the left knee. We go pulse, pulse, lower, lift, pulse, pulse, lower. As you pulse, not only are we pulling the knee higher, we're dropping the ankle just slightly to get a little bit of rotation through that right hip. Up, up, slow lower down. Lift and slow lower. Left knee pushing hard into the floor to stabilize us. And it helps make sure we're not dumping onto the left side when we keep pressure through that left knee. And lower. 2 more. Lift. Don't curl your lower spine to lower the knee. Stick that booty out. Last one. Up, 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 and down. We lift that knee behind us. Square up your hips. Squeeze that weight like you mean it. Lower across to squeeze the inner thigh. Lift back up. Squeeze your weight. We lower, squeeze the inner thigh before we lift again. Lift as high as you can before you squeeze. Exhaling and inhaling the ribs together. All those beautiful Pilates cues. Are you pulling your shoulder blades behind your back? Are you driving that heel up? Squeeze and pull. Up, squeeze, and pull. 2 more. Can you fix anything? Can you get anything tighter, anything longer for this last one? Lift, squeeze, and we pull it in. Okay, we are bringing those weights back up with us to stand. We are beyond halfway through with those legs. Let's take the heels together, toes apart. Left leg is off of your mat. Right leg is on. Inhale down into that wide squat. Lift back up. Knees pull back and out. Slide the heel in. Inhale. Exhale, zip up. We zip up from heel to rib cage, from rib cage to our collarbone flaring wide. I think I'm getting a little bit tired also. My speech is starting to go. Okay, squeeze, lift. 3 more. Inhale, wide, wide, wide. Get as low as you can for 2. And lift. Last one. And squeeze it in. We turn. Left leg goes behind us. Weights are going to reach toward the mat. The only part of our arm we haven't really worked yet is our bicep. So as we lower down, we're going to bicep curl on the way up. Shoulders are set down and back, up through the right leg, lower down, and squeeze, lift up, really dragging that left leg. Try not to use it at all. For 4, low belly, okay? Don't let it touch that leg. 3, it wants to hang. We're holding it. 2, from head to heel, reaching. Okay, we have to hold this one down. This is the hard part, right? Little pulses up and up. Can you get lower and lower? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up nice and tall. Lose your weights. Oh my gosh, does it feel good to be done with those weights? Let's go ahead. I'm all done. Let's go ahead and lie down on your back. Take your knees wide. Just wiggle through those hips. Relax your shoulders. Maybe a big inhale. Yes, you can come with me. A big inhale and a big exhale to let it all go. Can you breathe deep, baby? You want to get off? Okay, you can get off. Okay. Grab your big toes into your fingers. Happy baby. Pull knee from side to side toward the outsides of your mat, still sinking your shoulders away from your ears. Big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to reach those heels away. Stretch through the inner thigh. We did lots of work there. Inhale the heels back in just to get a little bit of movement as we stretch. Exhale those heels away. Now we rest those legs. Now we rest those legs out wide. Nobody needs to see me stretching anyways. Okay, pull those knees into your chest. One last stretch here. We'll come into a figure 4. If you'd like to head up on your mat, head to pigeon. I'm going to enjoy these last, 50 seconds of rest before I'm back in the grind. Yes, baby. Yeah. Inhale and then exhale into the right hip. Release it a little bit deeper. One more breath. Big inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. Are you okay? Okay. Left leg crosses over. Reach through, grab behind the right leg. Ooh, maybe one's tighter than the other. Melt into your mat. See if you can get deeper into that hip. This is your chance for a little static stretch. Just trying to release through your body. Thanking your body for all that time it just spent. Oh, are you okay? Don't worry, guys. That phone's not real. We don't have to worry about breaking stuff around here. Come sit with Mama. Thank you guys for working out with me. I hope that was hard for me. So I hope that it rejuvenates you, that it strengthened you, that you feel good moving into the rest of your day. Do you want to say a prayer with us? Mm-hmm. Okay, Jesus, we thank you for this day. We thank you for that effort we just put in to our bodies. We pray that out of it comes goodness, comes energy, comes strength, all things that we can use for your glory. We lift you up for the rest of our days, and we thank you for the mental peace and energy that exercise brings us. We pray that we can continue doing that again and again. Yes. Oh, you want some chocolate milk from that fridge? Okay. Protein milk in a second. Lord, be with us the rest of our days as we parent, as we move, as we work hard, and all that we do. In Jesus' name we pray. We lift you up. Amen. Thank you guys for joining me on Abby Pilates. See you next time.